Everyday life's happening. Some days are more eventful. Others, living protected with insurance you can depend on changes your life for the better. We insure the people and things you care about. Not Agency. We'll help you find the right coverage so when life happens, you have the right insurance protection for your family and business. When life happens, live protected. Agency for all your insurance needs.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Tuesday, October the 20th. I want to introduce you first of all to Janice Rambo. Good to have you here, Janice, Central Missouri Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. And we're going to talk about the healthy way to dine out. And there are many healthy ways to dine out, right?
Well, we have an event coming up tomorrow night at the Columbia Public Library. It's we co-sponsor that event with the library.
And it's free of charge.
It's free of charge. It's from 7 to 8.
And you're going to talk about...
I don't want to talk about that now. I want people to come and hear.
Oh, so you don't want to even tell us about it.
I want them to come and hear Lori Knopf talk about that tomorrow night.
Okay, so tomorrow, but can't you just give us a little hint about the healthy ways to dine out?
I don't want to steal from Lori's thunder. And we have
this lady is stubborn that way, okay? So you got to go to the class tomorrow night.
From
Healthy
7
ways
to
to dine
8.
out. And it's free of charge.
That's right.
7 to 8 o'clock, Conference Room B at Columbia Public Library.
That's right.
Okay.
Now, we also have an event coming up on the 7th of November, Kids in the Kitchen, where registered dietitian Kristen Eifert is going to talk about, teach them ways to make warm, healthy snacks and take home some tasty, toasty recipes.
And you obviously you don't want to talk about that either, do you?
I don't want to talk about that either.
Okay. So you got to go to the class.
But people can start registering today
for
this class on the 7th of November. The class is from 2 to 3. It's for children ages 3 to 9 with an adult, and they can start registering today to attend that event.
And it's free of charge.
It's free of charge, but they do have a maximum number that they can seat and
so
have
it's better to
supplies
register.
for. So we prefer that they register so they can make sure we
and
have
you don't
enough
get turned
supplies.
away. But tomorrow, the one for tomorrow night, the healthy ways to dine out that you won't give us any hint on. Is it too late? It's not too late to register for that.
They don't have to register for that because that's not.
You just go in tomorrow night.
Right. It's just giving them tips and ideas.
If you want to find out about healthy ways to dine out, and no matter what I say to this lady, she's not going to tell us about it because she wants you to go tomorrow night. And I hope you have a standing room crowd only.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I will talk to you about feeding your brain by choosing fish if you have time.
Oh, that you will talk about. Okay,
yes.
Go ahead.
That if you can't remember the last time you had a fish dinner, it might be for more of a reason than just that you're getting old.
Yeah, because you're not getting enough fish.
Enough fish, that's right.
And fish is a brain food.
Absolutely. There are studies that show that fish improves memory, and that's one of the brain-boosting benefits of reeling in more fish dinners.
Okay, that sounds good. And if you want more information about any of this, they can go to the website, right?
Yes.
What is your website?
Eatright.org. And that's the National Academy, the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics.
Eatright.org.
And they have lots of information for men, women, children, good nutrition tips, and eating out to eat.
Thank you, Janice Rambo. Thank you, Janice Rambo. Tomorrow night, healthy ways to dine out. She won't tell us a word. You got to go to that class tomorrow night. It's free at the library, 7 to 8 p.m.
Yes.
Boy, I mean, you really stuck to your guns on that, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I turn to Dr. Mark Wakefield, MU Healthcare. Good to have you here,
Thank you
Dr.
very
Wakefield.
much.
And we're going to talk about something that, this is a serious topic.
Yes, it is.
September was National Prostate Cancer Awareness Month.
That's correct.
Right? And so we're about a month late, but it's never too late to really talk about prostate cancer. You were telling me before we came on that now doctors are looking at treating prostate cancer in a totally different way than it was before.
That's correct, and it kind of maybe makes sense that we're doing this after the Public Awareness Month because we've kind of shifted our mentality away from broad screening with large PR campaigns to a more focused, individualized approach to each patient, where we're going to ask them, what's your risk for prostate cancer? What are your fears of diagnosis and treatment? And come up with an individualized plan for screening, diagnosis, and treatment.
So what you're saying is not everyone necessarily should be treated for prostate cancer.
That's absolutely true.
Even if they have prostate cancer.
That is true. More and more we're using non-definitive treatments where we're just observing the patients. Active surveillance is a popular term. To watch for progression and avoid over-treatment, which may have side effects and not influence an individual patient's life expectancy.
So if I came to you and I said, do you think I should be screened for prostate cancer? What would be the first thing you'd tell me?
Well, I would ask you how old you are, how healthy you are, whether you had a family history of prostate cancer, and how well you could sleep at night if you knew or didn't know you had prostate cancer, and whether it was or wasn't treated, what your own personal opinions about treatment of prostate cancer would be. And we'd have a discussion and we'd make a shared decision about whether to proceed with screening for prostate cancer.
So if I decided that I didn't want to be screened, you're not going to push it.
I'm not.
Right.
That's for certain.
Is it not true that almost 100% of men, as they grow older, are going to develop prostate cancer?
Well, a generally agreed upon rule of thumb is about 70% of 75-year-old men will have prostate cancer if you look hard enough, if you do thorough enough testing. But
70 to 75%
of 75-year-old men, yes.
will have it if you look hard enough.
Right.
But the point is, you may be looking so hard, you find it, and it really doesn't need to be treated.
Very few, if any, will die from prostate cancer. So we've had an era where we've overdiagnosed and overtreated some men with prostate cancer. As far as the population goes, we haven't shown benefit. And now we're saying, can we just identify the high-risk patients so that we can be selective about screening, diagnosis, and treatment?
I like the way you think.
Okay. Thanks.
I like the way you think on that. If you diagnose someone who was in their late 70s with prostate cancer, would you say, even if it was somewhat advanced, what would you say there?
Well, again, if they had a long-living family and they were fearful of progression of cancer, we might elect treatment. And the treatments have definitely gotten better than they used to be, with less side effects and more effectiveness. But we'd have a thorough discussion about what the pros and cons of those treatments
And chances are it would be just let it go.
Yes.
All right. Dr. Mark Wakefield, thank you so much for coming by.
My pleasure.
MU Healthcare. And people can go on the website
Yes,
for more
sir.
information on this. I
Yes.
really enjoyed talking with you about
Thank you.
that. Okay, we're out of time for today. Tomorrow we're going to find out about Pay It Forward and Master Gardeners. If you would like to see something or hear something, I'd love to hear from you. Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu.